Hey friends, Lulu here, and you're listening to Artists, Icons, and Entrepreneurs. Today we're concentrating on a 20-minute from our previous chat with educator and big picture thinker William DeRuiter. In this excerpt, William will unpack the philosophy of knowledge, why learning sticks, and how real teaching happens, and what knowing means. So grab a coffee, lean in, and let's get wiser together.
When I give a class, I take my time to explain everything and show everything. When the salon speak, because, and that's another tip for my college. Please, if you can do something fast, don't think you should charge less. Picasso said, when he was, I'm maybe not the first one who used that, but he made a drawing, and the lady was surprised about how much he asked for it. But listen, if I did it so fast, so well, you're paying for my art, and for all the knowledge I have, how to do it so fast. The same for you in the salon. If you can do an updo, so we did updos sometimes on the show, beautiful updos. The audience loved it. So we had the models with the hair down, with beautiful tape, and then we timed this, so we had the music, and we had to be ready because we had music who was timed. So 12 minutes, and we did beautiful updos. But why did we do that? Because we knew exactly where to set, where to connect, where to piece, where to, and to same with haircutting. If you know your floor plan, then you can, you don't have to be afraid anymore. You know where you have to connect your concrete, your inversions, whatever you're using. So blow drying the same. Blow drying is something I really also love. It's too sad, too bad. They don't invest enough anymore in that quality of where to invest. Because a good blow dry is very important. Because you can do a great haircut, but if you do the blow dry wrong, you're really diminishing the experience of the client, because if they start to do like this, then it's doing good. So you have to do great haircut and blow dry appropriately to her personality and to her needs. And you see, a smile, because the mirror is important. When you style a client, you look to the mirror, you see a smile, and look, and so that's the confirmation happy. So well, that is my answer. I don't know if it was the last question.
So William, what do you tell the viewers why you moved from Europe to Houston, Texas? I'm sure it wasn't the weather.
No, oh my God. But Lulu, let me tell you, we are now in Spain with my brother, and we experience the same Texas weather. Oh my God, yeah. So the weather is going to start to get better, but so it's going to be in Texas also, but certainly not the weather. Though I have to say, the Texan people are really nice people, very friendly. And we made already some great friends, really, really nice people. But actually, the reason why we are in Texas is because of our children. So both of our sons, they married their wonderful wives. The oldest son's wife is Clara, and the youngest one's wife is Mimi. And so actually, the oldest one met first Clara and fell in love, and then moved to America. And because he's in the IT industry, computer engineer, and so he said, I can work with a laptop and electricity everywhere in the world. Daughter-in-law made it kind of necessary that they moved to Houston, because she needed to be there for to help out her family. And there was a tragical accident that happened, and so that's the reason why they lived in America. Then my youngest son, he fell in love with Lulu, who was a girl he saw on one of the Skype calls of the oldest one, but who was still dating Clara. Because when he met to visit his brother and sister-in-law, he met Mimi in person, and I said to my wife, I think we're into the second one, we're going to leave Belgium.
Oh, wow.
But listen, to be honest, we are happy with our sons that they found the women they really love, and that they have a family. For us, it was hard because you have two kids and they both leave, their hometown, their country. And but then also, especially the grandkids also, and the sons who say, we're missing you.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we said, me and my wife, if we still want to move, we do it now.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait anymore.
Yeah.
I can tell you it has been hard. I had a wonderful, wonderful life in Belgium. So a wonderful clientele, staff, hairdressers for my classes, a lot of good friends. And you come in Houston, and
Yes.
you have Ambrable who lives in Huntsville, Alabama. You have Robert Passage, but who lives in Chicago. You have Bobby Fairbanks who lives in Chattanooga. But we're little by little we started to know some wonderful people who became dear friends.
Yeah.
And so now we start to have like also family over there. It's,
Yeah.
Because
Good.
face it, your kids have their life, they have their professional and they're both very successful, very busy. So but you have to accept that. I had also that life that there's time to have to invest in your careers. But overall, just the first months it was hard until I started to give classes for Isani. So Isani is a public school in Atlanta, and then I started giving those classes in Sacramento, and I revived. It's like I'm a fish in the water. When I can share my knowledge with my colleagues and with future professionals, this is giving me oxygen. So this is what I have been doing already, a couple of them. So once I return back to America, but I have to say that it hasn't been easy in the way Texas and another state are doing very good. As you know, my curriculum, I have a diploma with a high distinction. So then when you have a diploma with high distinction, you have to have good grades. But that's apparently not enough for the state of Texas. I want to change my reciprocity or something like that.
Reciprocity entities.
Yeah. But anyway, the thing is, and that's a good thing, to give classes, and that's also something with a for me, you don't need a diploma.
No.
I can, as a European artist living in Houston, I can give classes.
Excellent, because we want to keep our audience abreast of what you're up to.
Well, you see, I would love, like, I don't, but all Anne Braid.
Of course.
For Shelby Braid.
Yeah.
Shelby is the daughter of Anne, who is very talented.
Yeah.
And who go on with her brother, Brad, the salon, the massive salon in Amsterdam. But she's going to be also part of our educational team. So
Excellent.
I hope that we're going to be able to, but it has to grow. The word has to spread. But the post-COVID times are a little bit different. But again, we are positive. We stay positive. Right. I don't know if, I think so. That economically, you cannot imagine times were even worse than what we experienced with COVID, because with COVID, it was very hard. But we still could sell our products. Like Europe was very strict, but then we had some social protection. But in the war, there was so much destruction going on, and still there were hairdressers who were successful. But those were what? No, they didn't, cry and no. They were there for the ladies who wanted to have a good feeling, forget about the war or whatever, and they did good business. So, and this is what I encourage everybody. There's like a song, always look to the bright side. So and try to stay positive.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, if you love it, it's not difficult. That's why I say also when I give a class, especially for future professionals, I say, please, if you're in here because you're passionate, go for it. And please, if you're not here for the right reason, please don't spend the time on it. Because it's a waste of time. Because so much talent gets lost because, they destructed by those who are not into it. Again, economically, what I feel, and I'm going to do it anyway, but I know in America it's very popular after school they start immediately their own salon. My advice, if my daughter or my son, I would say, this is a no-go. I would say, listen, I will help you every way to get you to the salon. First, we're going to work at least for a couple of years in good salons. Learn.
Exactly.
And that's important that you. And there's wonderful salons, that's from what I hear, that are looking for good assistants. And those are people who are investing their time in sharing their years of knowledge into you.
Yes.
And why wouldn't we allow them to see the sunshine? Because we saw the sunshine ourselves. So we opened our ourselves. There's nothing wrong with it. But the sad thing is that, and this happens too much, is that they start with not enough experience, with a lot of motivation, but they're not backed with enough experience on different levels. And then, the only thing who takes advantage is those who are renting out those possibilities to do that. And I would say, listen, it's okay once you're strong enough, but please make sure first you take your time, to grow a good spine.
Yeah.
So where can anybody find you?
Excuse me?
Where can people find you at? What social media are you involved
Well,
in?
because I have Facebook, I have Instagram, and I have also a website,
Okay.
William at DeRuiter.com. So yeah, so that's where they can find me. So I think if they Google William DeRuiter, then you will find quite some information about me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the plans now for the moment we do a lot of classes for the schools, but training their learning leaders, and I think that's wonderful. Those are schools that really invest in the quality of education, and then of course we also are giving classes to the students who are more involved, or who have more hours. And then we also in the class we try during all the things we share with them to give them also a little bit from I would say entrepreneurship is important. It is so important also, because and that's so sad. I had once when I came back in America a very nice young black man, and he saw my passport and said, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm a hairdresser." And he's quite wonderful, he said, and I used to do hair myself. And I said, and I could tell him that, that he really was happy. I said, well, I can see you love it. Oh, yeah, man, he said, I really love it. And how great that you come. And that was before I moved to America, because it was also that I traveled to give a class. How wonderful you come to America to teach Americans your techniques. So, well, I love to do that. And I said, why did you quit? Well, he said, it was hard to make the money. And I said, well, that's sad. See how passionate you are about. So maybe if you think about it, maybe take some classes again and get some better preparation, because normally in our industry, you can make a lot of money.
Exactly.
A lot of money. There's a lot of money. And you can tell. And, I'm from Europe. It's not like, I don't want to do like the Hollywood glitter, but there is really a lot of money to earn. But you have to want to work. Nothing's for free.
Exactly.
You say, I cannot work in the morning because this or this or this, or I have to quit at 2 or 3 p.m. because I have to do this and this. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So I didn't become so successful by just doing like the job from 9 to 5. That doesn't work.
Well, we want to thank you for being with us again, William. We've enjoyed it. You just spew knowledge. You're just
So
the
exactly.
essence of what a successful icon should be. So thank you again for agreeing to be on our show. And who knows, maybe we'll see you in Houston one of these days.
That would be wonderful.
I'm just down the street.
Normally I've seen Lulu, but then that was also something sad. The 9th of July was my wedding anniversary, and I planned a visit for 3 days to Galveston. And I'm going to visit Lulu because I heard you had salon there. But then, that hurricane decided
Yeah.
to drop great artists
Yeah.
you're going to have on your show. And it's those things that I encourage not only for the future stars, but also for the stars who are together. And I mean start, every hairdresser salon is a star on its own.
Yeah.
So, and they should watch your podcast, and I encourage them, please go to see when they're like IBS shows or whatever, energy there. And maybe you're going to see things you don't like, but then again, I had that sometimes with my staff. They said, oh, Mr. William, why do we have to go? We get the best education here. And this guy said, well, listen, you learned something. If you didn't like what the guy was doing, then you know you shouldn't do it that way.
Exactly.
So but I tell you, don't tell me you didn't see a single thing who was not interested. Yes, we saw this and this and this. So okay, there we go. You learned something. And if you don't do that, no, you're like a plant without water.
Right.
You're gonna dry. You're gonna lose your passion. You're gonna be a hairdresser who's gonna be burning out. So you're gonna be doing always the same little haircuts. So you won't go out of your comfort zone anymore. And if you stay in the comfort zone, you're gonna be boring. And also your clientele is going to die out. But if you energize yourself and you feed yourself, this is the nice thing for clients, if you can say, hey, how about let us do this? This will be great for you. This is the new thing to come. You can do this and this and this to your color. Or you could do a little change in it, because sometimes cutting, especially in America, you have to be careful. But you can do, okay, we can do little changes, but make you more up to date. If the client feels you're passionate, and you have a story to tell, then, they will come back to you, because they're going to say, okay, I have somebody who really cares about my hair, and I'm in good hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
But therefore, you have to feed yourself first.
Right.
Well,
thank you so much.
Good afternoon from me. You can see.
I can see that you don't have a blue sky.
But it's still nice weather now. Not I wish. But I heard from, I had a call yesterday with one of my friends in Houston that the weather for the moment was also more bearable.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I don't know about Galveston.
It's the same. It's the same.
Always.
You both look wonderful, and thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on, and we really, really enjoy this.
Yeah.
Yes, me too. Me too.
That's a wrap with William DeRuiter. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. Subscribe or follow your favorite podcast. It's 100% free. And because we are self-produced each episode, each click means truly fuels the next conversation. So share the next episode with a friend who really loves big ideas. You can listen to his full episode, which is called Success is Determined by Your Dedication and Talent. Your support means the world. Until next time, keep creating, keep learning. See you soon.